Today I will be taking y'all on a 2-day treasure hunting road trip through the beautiful states of Kentucky and Tennessee. We're going to see what sorts of ancient life we can find in the rocks here and who knows what else. So let's get right to it. First stop of the day is right here at the beautiful and famous Mazille, Kentucky road cut full of Ordovician aged fossils. Those rocks are loaded. I've been here once before. I'm very happy to be here again and see what we can find. I often talk about how some fossil hunting locations are overwhelming. This, my friends, is the definition of overwhelming. In a good way, of course, because there's so much to look at, but where do you even begin to start? The Mazille road cut exposes 3 different formations in the Ordovician, all slightly different. From what I understand, the bottom here is the Cope Formation, which is the oldest and should have more of a likelihood of trilobites, things like that. So I don't know my Ordovician well, but I'm gonna hope for the best and see what we can find. Trilobite is definitely on the list today of what I want to find. Pretty sure I see a little gastropod hiding down there right under some bryozoan. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a nice one. Look at that. A beautiful gastropod. Wow. Look at the detail on that. That is awesome fossil right there. We will happily take that. Take a look at this right here, y'all. That is a crazy trace fossil of some sort. So trace fossil is showing the behavior of an animal. This has some stuff I've never seen before. Maybe somebody who knows more about the Ordovician in Kentucky could tell me what in the world caused that. So that's basically a look right at the Ordovician ocean floor and seeing the behavior of an animal that lived during that time. That is incredible. Look at that hiding right down there in the mud. Partial cephalopod. Let's wash it off. Ooh, that water's cold. It's hard to see the segments there. Oh, let me zoom in. Yep, cephalopod. So part of a straight-shelled nautiloid squid type thing. That was very scientific. So really cool there. I would love to find some more intact cephalopods today. Also, take a look at this rock right here. Look at all the bryozoan in there. It is just loaded. That is so cool. Look how loaded that is. Oh, that is incredible. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Look at the loose pieces up here too are kind of cool, so I can collect. The ditch is running like a little creek today. Bunch of flowing water. Probably need to keep an eye in there for some fossils. There's some cool bryozoans over here that have popped loose from some rock. Look at all of them down in there. I don't know for certain, but my assumption would be that this loose stuff that you see right here, that's popped out of rocks and kind of eroding out of this clay over here on the side. I'm assuming that's where you would find the rolled trilobites and other trilobites, which I've heard they've found some nice rolled trilobites here where they're rolled up into a ball position. And I would love to find that. I've seen pictures and they're beautiful. And I just assume they would be in this stuff. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm gonna spend a lot of my time looking at this small gravel today. I could very easily spend my entire day here at this location, but part of what I want to do today is continue to explore and find some new locations and mark them for future returns. I'm working my way back south from up in Michigan. I was in Michigan for about a week. Unfortunately, my grandmother on my father's side passed away. So that's why I was up there, spending time with family and everything. So now I'm working my way back down, and of course going through Kentucky and everything. I can't not look for fossils while I'm working my way through. So here I am, and of course I'm taking y'all along for the ride with me. So we're gonna look here for a while and then keep driving our way to the south and stopping at every road cut we see. We're going to be taking more back roads and roads that we can actually pull off on. My hands are frozen right now, y'all. The high today is 40 degrees, just like what that sign over there says. And yeah, it's the low was 40, so there was no rise in temperature, which is just crazy. So Florida boy like me is not used to this. My hands are cold. These boots are absolutely 100% not ideal for it. My toes are cold, but it's what you do. Finding fossils makes me feel warm inside, thus making my overall body temperature feel warmer, even if it's actually not. That sounds crazy. This is pretty cool. It's not all the way there, but that looks like the head of a bigger trilobite. That might be worth holding on to and prepping that stuff out off the top of it. Or is that the back side? It's hard to say. It's definitely trilobite, and a big one at that. So that's promising. Maybe we're getting to the right area. I'll pick that back up. I am further to the north side of the road cut. I've never walked this far. Like I said, I've been here once before. That was a couple years ago now. And so now I'm just kind of trying a little new, trying to walk areas I hadn't walked before. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing over here. Well, to go with our fossil gastropod, here's a modern gastropod. You know, just his buddy from 450 million years later. Check this out. It's in a huge rock, but there's a pretty cool cephalopod right there. Very, very cool. And just little bits of fossil loaded stuff all through this rock. I'm even seeing little pieces of trilobites. That's really neat. Who have we right there? A little trilobite. I don't know how much of him is fully there, but that is really cool. Might be missing his head, or it might be further in the rock. I noticed these rocks right here with trilobits, bits of trilobites, if you will. There's the butt of one, and I saw that little guy staring back at me, so that's really cool. I think we might be in a good area. Starting to see way more trilobite pieces. There's the butt of one. Look at this guy's little face right there, just staring back at you. Lots of cool bryozoans here also. Really neat. I'm seeing a lot more trilobite pieces in the rocks right here, so very good sign. Here's a cute little trilobite face. Very cool. Tons of bryozoans. Again, I love these. I'm a little bit obsessed with them because they're very satisfying to pick up. Really cool looking fossils. Oh, I love it. I'm like in a spot where there's more wind or something. It's cold. I found a little ledge where I can get nice and eye level with it. I like that. It's kind of fun. There's all kinds of, look at that, trilobite pieces. They're all fragmented, but there's a ton in the rock. Little tiny pieces too. Brachiopods in the rock there. Bryozoan, of course. I mean, it's just crazy how many fossils there are. Yeah, this little ledge, it'll be fun. I'll kind of scale this and keep a close lookout. I want those little rolled trilobites. I'll take anything, but that's the goal. Will I reach the goal? Probably not, but I could. Even though these aren't fully intact trilobites, I still really love these pieces with like all the hash of them in there and their little faces. That's just great. They're just fun to look at. I think I might keep that one actually. Look right there too, some more there. There's trilobite pieces everywhere, all in the rock. but not a lot of fully intact little guys. There's a big old brachiopod right there. Pretty cool one. That probably came right out of a rock similar to that there. That's just loaded with brachiopods. That's a pretty cool one there. It's even got some bryozoan encrusted on it. Really neat. Don't mind my fingernails. Yeah, very cool. I worked my way up to a higher lens here. Not a ton higher, but a bit higher. And mostly bigger slabs of rocks loaded with brachiopods. Really cool stuff. Wow, I'm hoping for a big cephalopod today too. If I'm not gonna find an enrolled trilobite, I at least need a cephalopod. But we gotta remember too, this is the first stop. It's still early in the day. We got a long way to go and explore, so I don't think I'm gonna spend a whole lot more time here. And we're gonna get on down the road and I'm gonna stop at anything that looks interesting. This is where I parked the truck. Heading back this way. Look at the cephalopod in the rock. Oh, oh, that is so cool. Oh, I gotta get that cleaned up so I can see the rest of it. Look at that cephalopod in the rock with a ton of brachiopods and stuff too. I wonder if that goes, how far that goes that other way. Got a lot of water behind me, I can rinse it off. Oh, that's cool. Didn't expect that as a last find. Well, now I might stay longer, but right by the truck. Let's rinse it off in the, ooh, the ice water. Oh, that's cold. Oh God, that's cold. Oh, that's freezing. Oh, you, that's cold. Oh, look at that. It goes like all the way to a point almost there. That is so cool. Oh, it's so cold. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, y'all, as much of a blast as I'm having here, I'm gonna jump back on the truck here in a second and get moving on down the road and see what else we can find. I could spend a whole month here, but we'll do that some other time. That is a very hard place to leave, my friends. Really cool location, all sorts of cool fossils. But we're working our way south, so I'm heading on down the road and probably going to see all kinds of other cool road cuts to stop at. I think I have another road cut marked somewhere along this road too. But I got to get some gas here soon, and then we will keep on finding some treasure. In case you were wondering, the price of gas in Kentucky, there it is. $2.75 regular, $3.15 diesel. Pretty cheap. Nice. Here's a little road cut right here that looks pretty interesting. I just stopped at. It's a small one, but I'm gonna pop out and take a quick look. I'm actually gonna leave the truck running with the heat on, and if it's good, I'll turn the truck off, and if not, then it'll stay warm in here while I look out there. And if it's not a great spot, we'll just keep on going. Let's see what we got here. Oh, brachiopods already. Big ones. Big loose ones. That's very cool. Look, another one right there. That is awesome. Oh, yep. Another one right there. Big, loose, nice brachiopods. Very cool. Oh. That was a little busted. We'll keep that there. Okay, maybe we'll spend a few minutes right here. Different than the Mazille spot for sure. Look at that. That's a fragment of a huge trilobite. That is crazy. Really cool spot right here. Mostly brachiopods, of course. I don't know if I'll spend a lot of time, but it's a small cut, so I'll just walk a little bit and pick up some loose brachiopods. Check that out. Big old cephalopod chunk right there. We'll take that with a little brachiopod attached to it too. Very cool fossil. Definitely worth a stop. Very cool spot right here. Very cold and windy. But found that cephalopod, which was really nice, and a bunch of loose brachiopods. So some pretty cool stuff. A smaller road cut, but definitely one worth checking out if I'm on my way through again sometime. So happy I stopped. I didn't go very far from that last road cut, and as you can see, there's a road cut right there. Both sides of the road right here, so plenty of room to pull off here also. So I pulled off and I'm going to take a look. All right, this little stop's really cool right here. Pretty sure these are all Stromatoporoids, these sponges from the Ordovician. There's all kinds of weird ones right here. This one especially is really cool, the way it comes up to kind of a point there. Look at the detail on that thing. What a cool fossil. There's a ton of them right here, and you can see in the rock where they were, because I think this is the inside of them, that kind of layered look. And there's all these kind of impressions of them in the rock there where they've been just kind of stuck in there and then they break. Yeah, because look, there's the inside one. You can see that sponge structure right there. That's really cool. These are neat fossils. Not every day you find a sponge fossil. Look, there's some in the rock there. I'm pretty sure I'm right on the ID on those. I wouldn't know a species name, but I'm pretty sure they are the Stromatoporoid sponges from that time. This one right here is really cool too and might be worth taking home to clean up. Look at the kind of dotted surface on that side. That's really kind of neat right there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Ordovician coral head right there. That is cool. Too bad that little end is broken off. But that is beautiful right there. Ordovician, I believe, is some of the earliest corals in the fossil record. I love finding these corals. That is really cool. That probably fell from right there somewhere. So we'll look closely. Look at that coral right there. Oh, that is so cool. A little brachiopod stuck to it there. Man, the Ordovician corals are just awesome. I love these guys. There's a cute little coral. Oh, very cool. Got the anchor point basically right there. And everything, just a cool little head. I like that one a lot. I got crystals. Oh, gosh. Kind of cool. Calcite, just a little vein of it. It's cool to see the sponges right in the layer here. Like that's a little tiny one. And it popped right out. And then there's a neat looking one. There's one right there. There's one up here that looks cool. Let's see if it'll pop out. Yep. Ugh. Yeah, look at that. That's a big old sponge. Stromatoporoid. Oh, that one's cool. It's like got a crack through it, but it didn't crack all the way through. Oh, actually, did it? Looks like that crack is on this side too. Wait, it's going a different direction. That's a different crack. Okay, and now as I'm filming that, I noticed a beautiful little gastropod. Oh, that's a cool one. Dang, that thing's well preserved. We'll take that. I am obsessed with this tiny little coral. Oh, it's intact too. It's the whole thing. Oh, what a cool little coral. Wow. I kind of like that better than the big ones. This is just a really cool little piece. I've been going quite some time and have not seen any more road cuts. Been getting into more developed areas, but I'm working my way out of that stuff. I'm in completely uncharted territory now, so there's no telling. I've been looking at the geologic maps. Eventually, I'm going to be hitting some different age stuff, like Mississippian age stuff, which would be really cool. So if I can find some road cuts in some other sediments, that would be really fun to find some other types of fossils. So I'm going to keep driving this way. Well, this is not what I expected, y'all, at this road cut. Look at this. These are all broken geodes. Little tiny geodes everywhere. All busted up. Look at that. I'm not seeing any crazy crystals, but that's crazy. Look at that. I wonder if there's any nice crystals in some of these. Look, there's a whole little one right there. It feels lightweight. Look at that. Wow. Oh, there's another little whole one. Yeah, I don't know if these are going to have great crystals inside them because I'm not seeing crazy crystals on the broken ones, but this is pretty cool. Wow. Didn't expect that. Is that one there? Yep, broken one. See how the inside's kind of weird? I don't know if there's going to be really nice cut, but I'll grab a few while I'm here. Why not? Look at that stuff. Some kind of crystal shape in there, but not much. Some silica stuff. Okay, that's cool. Check this stuff out too. Nice horn corals. Weird little one. So we're 100% in the Mississippian now. So we have gone slightly forward in time. Look at, there's tons of bryozoan all over this rock here. That's really cool. I'd like to find some more corals. Maybe some blastoids, something like that. But yeah, look at all the bryozoan on there. This rock is like loaded with fossils. Really cool. Those horn corals came from right up there somewhere, I'm assuming. Yeah, look at that. Cool little spot. Look at that little crinoid stem. Some species of Mississippian brachiopod there. Any blastoids? Blastoid would be fun. There's another little tiny horn coral. Really cool little tiny horn corals. I like these ones a lot. There's a little brachiopod hiding down there. Kind of cool one. Busted pieces of those geode things. Cool. Okay, that was a very, very cool spot, but it's getting later in the day, so we're gonna jump back in the truck and drive a little more, see if we can't come up on at least one more cool road cut while we're at it. I'll mark this one for future exploration as well. It's day 2. After all that road cut hunting I did yesterday, I met up with my buddy Brian in Tennessee, and now we're doing some exploring. We were actually on our way to a road cut when we saw this really cool river over here and signs talking about the start of the Trail of Tears and like all kinds of cool history stuff, so we had to check it out. Oh wow. Yeah, look how cool this is. Beautiful river, old railroad bridge or something right there. Look at that water. That is just stunning. Cool little gravel bar here we came up on. I'm just blown away by this blue water. That is absolutely beautiful right there. Yeah, I love that. Got Brian on his hands and knees trying to find some treasure. A lot of rock. I'm actually surprised at the lack of glass that I'm seeing. Old town right here. There's some metal there, kind of weird. Did not come prepared with our water boots, but it's pretty deep anyways. But it would be fun to come back here and look around more in the summertime or something like that when you can just kind of wade through the water. Look how pretty that is. Here's a closer view for y'all to enjoy for a second. Nice running water sound. All right, now we are where we set out to be today, and we may not spend the rest of the day here. We might do some exploring, but there's incredibly cool Ordovician corals all right here. Look at that. That is a beautiful coral head right there. And then right over behind Brian, I saw a couple in there. Look at that. just massive coral heads. This one's, oh, look at the little one there.
Yeah.
Oh, these are really cool. They're fully calcite replaced, it looks like, too. Look at this one. There's a big old coral head right there. Oh my God. I believe like I said earlier in the video, the Ordovician corals are some of the first in the fossil record. These are gonna look really cool cleaned up. These are awesome. I only need to take one or two, something like that, but really cool to see. There are more coral heads here than I know how to handle, y'all. Big, beautiful coral heads everywhere. Look at that. There's one. Ooh, that's a cool one. I like seeing that cross section down there. Look at that one there. Ooh, that's a cool. There's the anchor point. Very crystallized with calcite. Look at that. I mean, everywhere you look, there's coral heads. Beautiful. Beautiful coral heads. Which is nice. I can be very, very selective and choose my coral heads wisely. Which coral heads I would like to have and which I shall leave behind. Look at that one. How cool is that? What a beautiful coral head. It's huge. That one's been weathered a bit. Kind of neat. Oh! Non-stop coral, y'all. Just solid layers of it. Look at that. Huge colonial coral. This is a Rugo's coral. I don't know the species name, but these are huge chunks of it in there. I mean, you can see my hand grabbing it. That's a monster. Some loose pieces here and there. The inside's kind of cool. Some of these might be cool cut. Calcite. They're definitely calcite replaced. Wow, that is neat. I really love this little coral head. It's like a perfect one right there. And there's another one there. Another little guy. Got one right there. That looks pretty cool too. Biggin. Love these Ordovician corals. Oh, there's some brachiopod rock there. Yeah, these orange colored rocks up high are loaded with brachiopod fragments. Not much other stuff. I haven't seen trilobite pieces or crinoids or anything, but the coral is more than making me happy. Brian and I left the road cut, discovered a really cool creek area, and check this out. These are the same material as a lot of the geodes we get in some places. So it's hard to tell if these are hollow and have crystals or not, but they're definitely going to be worth cutting open, so gonna have to take some. Oh wow, look at that. A horn coral and a colonial coral of some sort. That's really cool. Dang. Yeah, we're hitting stuff now. Here's your coral. I had a rock a second ago I was going to show y'all that crinoid stuff in it. Where did I put it? Right here. Ugh. If you look really closely, see the little crinoid impressions in there? So that's kind of cool. So yeah, we're going to walk this gravel bar. Oh, that's a geode thingy. Weird one. Yeah, this is a cool spot. Definitely worth walking around. Brian just found this. This shows us what could potentially be inside some of these little nodules. There's that botryoidal bubbly material there. That's pretty cool. And I just picked up a crinoid stem. Very silicified a minute ago. So that's pretty cool stuff. Check out this crinoid stem that Brian found. Look at that. That's so cool. That pattern in there is awesome. That thing's big too. Look at all the segments on there. Here you go.
That's really
Very
awesome.
cool one. This is kind of cool. You can see there is some crystal in there, so that's promising for some of these bigger chunks for cutting. And here's a cool coral right there. Very neat one. Very small little polyps. Cool. It's a brachiopod and a cool crinoid stem. And cool coral right there. Cool crinoid stem in the matrix. Very cool. There's another coral I saw a couple steps forward. That one. Look at that. That's pretty cool stuff. What's that there? Ugh. Oh, a blastoid. Dang. That's cool. Too bad it's broken on that side. I didn't expect to see a blastoid though. Cool. I'll take that. There's that little coral. I kind of like that little piece. Not that I need it. I collected a bunch of the road cut, but that's cool to see. Oh, a little hot zone right here. There is a little tiny geode type rock. Looks like that one's already broken open. It doesn't look like it had much. Here's a cool little stem I just picked up. And here's some flowing water. Thanks for watching today's video, y'all. I know that the circumstances that brought me through Kentucky and Tennessee were not too fantastic at all, but going on these adventures and sharing them with y'all really makes things a bit more bearable for me. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for all the kind comments. It really means a lot to me. I love reading through them. Y'all have really become family to me. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here for me through the thick and thin. I will do my best to be there for y'all as well. Anyways, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, fun stuff planned. The weather's getting better. So yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one.